Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. And this video we're going to be covering a battery backup or a solar generator, whichever way we want to refer to it. And one of the main reasons I'm making this video today is I stayed without power due to the storms and all that, due to Patricia or whatever hurricane that was. And I wasn't prepared. I do have all the equipment, to have power around the house, but everything was put away, in shelves in the shop, in the vehicles, and well, I had to run and grab everything during the rain, and here I am now. Luckily, the power came back about 2 or 3 hours later, and by the time I collected everything, the power was back. So here we go. Something that I use is very simple. It's a 1000 watt power inverter. The main reason I use it is because I have 4 outlets on the back, and I don't have to hassle with extension cords or Y adapters or anything like that. And it's a 12 volt inverter. I'm running a 0 gauge marine wire or welding cable, and it's not an expensive inverter. It's probably around $150. Something simple and cheap. And I got my little ring terminals on here to make attaching it to the battery real easy. And one thing we do need is a way to check the battery. And I could use a fluke meter, where I can use something simple like this, which is $5 versus $600, and it'll do the same thing for me, except it'll show me a readouts of 11 volts, 12 volts, and 12.5 volts. Your 12.5 will be a full battery. 12 volts about 50%, and I believe 10.5 or 11 volts might be zero. I'm not too sure, but that's a good reference point on there, just with the little lights. I do have a 40 watt solar panel in case the weather clears up a little bit. I can charge my battery, but in this case we had a lot of clouds in the sky. There was no way I was gonna get any charge out of it. I'm lucky if I can get 10 watts in the whole day. And all this will be stored in this is a 100 amp hour battery. It's 12 volts, so 12 volts times the amperage, which is 100, it'll give me about 1200 watt hours. And one thing I want to discuss and go over is what exactly can we run with 1200 watt hours. A quick example would be running a 100 watt light bulb. You can run a 100 watt light bulb for 12 hours and it'll consume 1200 watt hours, or consume everything stored in your battery. Now, if you were to if you were to run a 10 watt light bulb for 12 hours, you'll end up using about 120 watts, or 10% of your battery, leaving you with enough power for 9 more days. I would really recommend getting like a hand truck like this. Putting a battery down here, probably a container here was your inverter, and some LCD readouts or something for your voltage. And once again, I wasn't prepared. I just ran and grabbed whatever I could just to have power. And the main reason was I didn't have my cell phones charged. The kids drained the batteries. And then the kids got all crazy, so I had to power a TV, And once again, don't power a 70-inch TV when you have a 19-inch TV or, something smaller. You got to conserve power, and you don't know when the power's going to come back. And, that's basically it for this video. Just something very quick. You don't need a solar panel. If in your area they're quick at fixing stuff, you can have your battery charged with a battery charger and check it every week, and when the power goes out, you have battery power. And that's what I did. It started raining and I hooked it up to a charger I have there in the shed, and just about when I went to go check it, it was already full. The power went out, so there was no need for a solar panel. But let's say the power goes out for 2 or 3 days, then the solar panel might come in handy, and I'll be able to put a few extra watts in there, not much, especially when I have a PWM charge controller, which is like 50% efficient versus 90% or so on an MPPT. And the price ranges on those are, you know, way on the you know, one's like $20 and the other one's about 300 or so. I don't know if I went over the price or not, but efficiency, it's a big difference, a big gap, and price is a big gap. And once again, this inverter is about 150, 200 bucks. Got about 20 bucks a wire there, about $5 here, and you can get a battery for about 150 or 200 bucks, a good quality one, and a hand truck for about $30 from Harbor Freight. And my tires already are shot on this one. You know, they're out, but they got the job done. So once again, guys, don't be caught unprepared, or just, if you have the stuff, make sure it's charged, and if you can put everything in one container and have it ready, I mean, that'll be awesome. Well, anyways, that's it for this video. Good thing the power came back, and the kids are having fun, and I can go inside now. Alright guys, have fun, and thank you for watching.